Hello again, this is Morrell calling, talking to you from Kaplan Morrell and our balcony. Wanting to bring to your attention, if you are a Colorado resident, that you call your legislator, you email your legislator, and you encourage them to support Senate Bill 2216. Senate Bill 2216. What it does is it helps our essential workers who have contracted COVID-19 and making sure that it is covered under workers' compensation. Many people think that all losses are covered by other insurance. It's not the case. And in workers' compensation, one of the big problems that workers who are COVID-19 positive or, God forbid, pass away due to COVID, that they will have difficulties proving that they contracted the disease at work. The insurance companies are going to challenge that, and they're going to try to say that no, there were other places. This is a pandemic. It was going all over in the community, and there's no way that it happened more likely at work than not. So the state legislature, which is convening in an extraordinary session, is considering Senate Bill 2216. It's called the Workers' Compensation Essential Worker COVID Response Act. It basically says if you're an essential worker and you contracted COVID-19, then it is presumed you contracted the disease in the course and scope of your employment. Now, that presumption can be rebutted by other evidence, but it basically puts the injured workers with, especially essential workers, on a higher footing to be able to get coverage under workers' compensation. As with everything in legislation, it's always a little complicated in the details. So, for example, it explains what essential workers are. You have to be working outside the home. There is an effective date as to when you became, you tested positive. It's not clear when that effective date is, so I don't know if this is going to be something that occurs going forward or if they're going to pick an effective date that for back in March, for example. It also defines who essential workers are, and it basically says that, first responders, law enforcement, emergency providers, paramedics, etc., medical health care, public health workers, including physicians, physician's assistants, surgical assistants, surgical technologists, home health care workers, commercial cleaning workers, including janitors, custodians at any facility treating COVID worker, nursing home workers, including cleaning staff, utility workers, construction maintenance workers, food processing, grocery store workers, drivers with RTD, etc. So, as with everything in legislation, they say, it gets a little messy. Call your legislator, call your senator, your state representative, your state senator. We'll put the links in the bottom, how to find out who your legislature is. I'll also put in a link to the bill and the text of the bill and the posting here, and you can look at it. But essentially, folks who were required to work because they were considered essential workers should be covered under workers' compensation, and if they come down with COVID-19, should be presumed that it came down with it as a result of an infectious exposure at work. It's not an automatic, it's a presumption, but it shifts the burden of proof away from the injured worker to prove where they caught the disease, because that's going to be the big fight. As always, all of these things are very complicated. If you or a loved one has been affected by COVID-19 and you suspect that it occurred in the course of your employment, feel free to call us. We're talking with a lot of people. We're offering free consultations about what workers' compensation rights you may have in Colorado. As always, we would be happy to chat with you by phone, in person even, and also by video conference. Our offices are located throughout Colorado, but more importantly, if you've got a smartphone, our office is in your phone. We can meet with you that way. Call us at 970-356-9898. We'd love to talk with you and walk with you and help you out. As always, thank you for spending a part of your day with me today. Bye.